Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you have not had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I please ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you never miss another upload or a live from YB Speaks, honey, okay? Hello, God. Also, make sure you're following on Instagram at YB Speaks, okay, and my business page at Tika Naturals. And if you would like to donate to the platform in a monetary way, please feel free to do so. The Cash App is YB Speaks 19. All right, all amounts are welcome. Okay, girl. Before we get into some things, I want y'all to take a listen to a song that my nephew did, and I am featured on the song. I know y'all like, what? YB raps? We know he be singing a little bit, but we didn't know that he be rapping. Yes, my verse was written by me, Hello God, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's a different side. Hello. It's a little thuggish, ruggish bone. Yes, honey. Okay. Y'all know there's a thug that lives within. All right. And shout out to my nephew. He is an extremely creative young man. And he has a lot of music, actually. He's just very shy to share it. But he's a great lyricist. He writes and produces all his own shit. He just does it for fun. He don't really want nothing from it, but I keep trying to tell him the sky's the limit. A lot of young niggas getting signed nowadays for trash, and my nephew shit is beyond great in my opinion. Y'all be like, oh, you just biased, that's your nephew, but no, take a listen. Okay, and listen to what he's dropping, Hello God, and listen to how I'm getting down to. And there will be more music in the future. We realized that we work really well together on creating music and writing and bouncing ideas off of each other. So we just been, you know, fucking around with the music shit, just as a hobby, really. So take a listen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And yeah.
I've heard this one though.
Guess these niggas want some more. I done seen this shit before. You might have to swing the door, but we gon' have to up the scope. Nigga, you can't stop the flow. Just like bro, think I'm Joe. All that ass, yeah, she gon' throw. We knew that a while ago. I just had to let you know your bitch get freaky on the floor. Hit 'em up 3 in a row. Russian bliss, yeah, we gon' show. Niggas fake, they GMO. Ego hit 'em with the Drake, and we ain't talking OVO. Yeah, we rollin' 3 deep. On that board, we gon' creep. We gon' take him to the street and we gon' settle all the beef. All these hoes wanna love, baby, I just wanna fuck. Cause if I stay then I'm a duck. Can't let a bitch play with my luck. And if the bitch wanna play, she gon' have to play with nuts. And if the bitch wanna stay, she gon' have to bring a plus. All these hoes wanna play, man, I got your hoe in love. She just came back to the crib and she ain't even make me buzz. Lead a nigga on the TV, don't that stupid when you see me. Hate when bitches think they need me. Drink the water, call it feast. Run up on it, beat it up. Nah, fuck it, beat it down. Lil' hoe, she gon' touch the ground. I like how that pussy sound.
Real nigga on fleek, never weak to the beat. I'm a creep, 10 toes like a G, I don't speak. Real nigga all day, on play. Get them haters out my face, bow down to show grace or be erased. When I step out with the gang, we always keep that fucking flame. Keep it ready, up and aim. One fall smooth will bust your brain. Have your family feeling pain. To the grave you will remain until you get called to that main.
Guess these niggas want some more. I done seen this shit before. You might have to swing the door, but we gon' have to up the scope. Nigga, you can't stop the flow. Just like bro, think I'm Joe. All that ass, yeah, she gon' throw. We knew that a while ago. I just had to let you know your bitch get freaky on the floor. Hit 'em up 3 in a row. Russian bliss, yeah, we gon' show. Niggas fake, they GMO. Ego hit 'em with the Drake, and we ain't talking OVO. Nah, we ain't talking OVO, nigga.
All right. So now that y'all had an opportunity to listen to that, okay. Let's just get into some things real quick. We talked about in the live that I did and over the weekend. Shout out to that live and shout out to everybody who showed up and showed out. Hello God, and everybody catching the replay. Amen. We had a nice conversation about Chasing Dallas, and then towards the end we had a wonderful conversation about some things that were happening here at home in the political atmosphere, as well as things that were happening around the world. But I just wanted to give an update about something I was talking about, the things that were happening in the political atmosphere in Tennessee, girl. 2 representatives were expelled from their legislative bodies, child. Girl, all those dudes, again, wanted to do was stand with their constituents, stand with their voters, and just have a real conversation about getting some type of, help and assistance as it comes to, gun violence and gun reform bills, child, trying to get those things passed so that we can protect our children, hello God, from these, weapons of war. And Representative Justin Jones and Representative Justin Pearson stood up, hello God, in solidarity with their constituents and voters, and the legislative body was not having it, girl. So they spent 10 hours whipping the votes, child, to get these two men expelled. Child, an update, Justin Jones is the only one I know of right now. He has been reinstated unanimously, girl. Reinstated back as the representative for his district, and I'm here for that. One of the things I was talking about in the live is that when you have situations like this, especially during this time period where you have two of the youngest Black, hello God, government officials or legislative people, whatever you want to call them, girl, at the helm, and they are really speaking truth to power, and young people, hello God, resonate with them and their message. The power of social media, honey, the power of the news, the power of the people will prevail in the end. And that is exactly what happened. Okay? I would have felt bad for anybody that voted against this man to be placed back where he needed to be as the representative. First of all, shame on the people, the chairman and everybody who voted against this man, and Representative Pearson as well. And, oh, girl, I forgot her name, child. Excuse me, I always focus on Black issues, so I ain't worried about the white girl. She wasn't expelled, okay? She was looked down upon, but she wasn't expelled like these two brothers were. And as these two brothers eloquently put, there were a lot of people throughout the time that have been sitting in this legislative body that have committed some crazy, heinous, crimes and have been, alleged to do some nefarious things, and they still were never expelled from the body. So it just goes to show you that when it is Black, it's wrong. If you're white, you're right, okay? But when you're Black, you're wrong, and you'll be punished. Boy, when you don't get in line, boy, listen up, boy. Girl, in 2023, we still have this way of thinking. And one of the things that I was listening to, one of the Republican representatives that sit in this legislative body in Tennessee, he made a statement talking about, it hurt his feelings to hear that the younger voters were talking about, we can't wait until you old bitches die out and the new people take over. And he was like, that's disheartening because we've been doing this for 30, 40 years and all this shit. And we've been putting in a lot of work. What work? The work you've been putting in is to serve self-interest. The work that you've been putting in is laced with corruption, honey. Hello, God. You have not, obviously, if the people have this much civil unrest, right, that goes to show you that you haven't been doing anything with the people that you're supposed to represent, interest at heart, right? You're not interested in pleasing them. You're interested in pleasing the people that are cutting you those checks to go ahead and get these bills passed. And time again, a lot of back alley deals, hello God, have been caught on camera. Hello God, y'all been getting set up. We know these things happen. It's plain to see. And then when you have Representative Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, honey, speaking loud and out, hello God, about these things and the difference in treatment, it just adds to the validity even more that we live in a corrupt ass society, girl. That's why I'm always telling you guys, look through the forest, through the trees, girl. Do not believe everything you see that's just placed in front of you. There is meaning, there is intent, there's depth involved in every single thing that's happening, especially as it pertains to government. Why do you think, and we're going to go back to this conversation, why is it that you think that these people are going so hard? Old white men are out here creating laws trying to govern women's bodies. I told you guys this a number of times. The reason why they see what's happening, look around you. There is a multiracial world, and that is an affront to white supremacy. They know in 20 years, America's not going to be, all of these politicians and all their constituents, they're going to be gone. They know that. So when that Republican representative said that, it made me think of that. This is why they're mad, because they know they're about to be replaced, but not with someone that looks like them. Even most of the Republican Party in the near future will be of mixed race, will be more African American, will be more brown skin than pale skin. You are scared of what that does to your white supremacy legacy. So when we see blatant disrespect, you spent 10 hours coming up with votes to expel 2 black men when you could have been taking those 10 hours and putting it towards having a conversation of, gun violence, school shootings. You could have, and not even just those things, you could have been talking about, free and reduced lunch programs. Girl, I don't care what it was, as long as it was to serve the needs of the people. So again, another example of, white supremacy, girl, letting you know where their interests truly lie. And all around, you see the angry little white men and women that are racist as fuck, that don't give a good goddamn about me or you because of the color of our skin. So yes, when we say that certain people holding chairs for 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 years, your ways of thinking don't help us. Again, the original laws placed in this country, more specifically the Constitution, was not written with people of color in mind. We were not even considered to be human beings. So why are we all shocked when we see things like this? Even though I'm grateful, but it's 2023 and we're still having these types of issues. Again, no wonder humanity has not been blessed. We're missing out on our blessings because we cannot even overcome. And why should we even use the word overcome? Why is it such a struggle to treat people equally and fairly? Why do we have to look at the person's sexual orientation, their religion, their political involvement, the color of their skin? All roads lead back to Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. Why aren't we out here just judging folks based on the content of their character? How do you treat people? That's why I always say we don't deserve shit. Humanity has not progressed in the most basic of fundamental ways. Girl, it's irritating. It's so irritating. Let me go. I gotta go to the gym, girl. It's so irritating. And then obvious, blatant disrespect. Everything is just so disrespectful. Ooh, do you need me to go? Come on. Come on, honey, hurry up. Shit, you're getting on my nerves now. Blatant disrespect. Everybody's so motherfucking disrespectful. When it's black, when it's LGBT, everybody got a problem. Things are changing, girl. I want y'all to understand that times are not the same anymore. So white people who have been holding power for eons, that's about to change, girl. That is about to change, and it shows. Y'all went through all of that to get Justin Jones up out of there, Justin Pierce up out of there, and that other lady up out of there, right? You went through all of that only for them to damn near all of them to come back. And the way that these men people get talked to us. Girl, who you think y'all talking to? And if anything, I'll be trying to get me some good ass lawyers to sue the shit out of these people. Isn't this the same legislative body who recently had an old ass representative talking about bringing back lynching, girl? No, we're not going to stand for that. I'm telling you, either you fall in line with the New World Order, girl, because us black and brown folks ain't finna take that shit no more. Let me explain it to you real quick. Either you fall in line or we will burn this motherfucker to the ground. Because, girl, new life is brought out of ashes. Hello, God. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Girl, don't let me get on my fucking dream speech, girl, in this bitch. Hello, God. New life. Watch a nature documentary, girl. Volcanoes are needed. They actually bring life. Forest fires are needed. They actually bring much needed nutrients and new life. So if you do not fall in line, and really it shouldn't be that difficult because you wouldn't want nobody treating you that way. You wouldn't want nobody talking to you that way. So why is it so difficult to have decent human interactions? Girl, please. Out with the old and in with the new, girl, because times are changing. Even the Constitution. Oh, Benjamin Franklin, honey, he was a wordsmith, girl. But he also understood the need for change. He understood it. That's why there are several clauses in the Constitution that talks about every 20 years, the Constitution should be amended. It should be to add up with what's going on during the times. And again, I'll reiterate this. The Constitution also has a clause in there that states if in any way, again, not verbatim, when a people realize that they're being ran by a tyrannical government, it is the people's duty to overthrow that government by any means necessary. But again, we have so many bitches that are asleep, bitches that are malleable. Hello, God, you being, formed. You're conforming to the world order that is against human life, that is against you because you are a certain color, a certain religion, a certain sexual orientation. We sit here and talk about how we need to get rid of, discrimination and racial profiling. And look where it's happening at. It's happening in the very place we make laws. How do you expect the police not to brutalize our black and brown communities when we have the people, hello God, that make the laws? Again, I told you it's a culture. Police brutality is a culture. It doesn't start with police. It starts with the people who make the laws. Now, mind you, an educational moment that I've talked about a couple of times on the platform, and I'm going to reiterate this. The police were created right after slavery was abolished to protect, hello God, white people, because they thought that the very slaves that they kept in bondage for all of these centuries, girl, their children, at some point were going to want to seek revenge upon them. That is the only reason police, hello God, were created. The only reason. Again, everything designed to keep us down. And we still haven't took back our revenge yet. We still haven't laid siege to y'all motherfuckers yet. And at every turn, we have the right to do so. At every turn, think about it. Every black and brown person throughout history, think about what we've gone through. The people before us and before them have gone through. Don't you think we would have a right to storm the Capitol, girl, and burn that bitch to the ground? Girl, even the president of China came out speaking about the obvious bias, racist, discriminative practices that the American government has towards its black and brown people. China! Girl, everyone recognizes it. So if we ever so decided to lift this bitch up where we belong, hello God, we would be well within our rights to do so. How many crimes against humanity have been perpetrated against black and brown people? And now, not just black and brown people, black, brown, and motherfucking LGBT. Systematically rooting out black fathers. Systematically placing single black women on government assistance. Systematically making it damn near impossible for someone to get a home loan. And if they do qualify for one, they have the highest of the highest interest rates. We're talking about a lot of, obvious, blatant practices that are systematically trying to wipe us out, trying to keep us socially and economically dependent on a system that wants to keep us there. So when white people, there was a governor, I forget, or a representative, I forget, child, a senator talking about in North Dakota, I think it was, where why is it our responsibility to pay for students, the student lunch program? Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up, bitch. And then once they passed the bill to cut the program, they initiated a bill and approved it to go ahead and allow the representative of that particular legislative body to go ahead and get free lunches for them and their constituents. Girl, not colleagues, my bad. So it just goes around it goes, and it shows. They don't give a fuck about us, girl. Period. We don't need any more examples because it's been there, right in front of our face, the whole entire time. Look around, girl. Look at the ghettos, the projects created. White people love to talk about, oh, these ghettos, the projects. Y'all profit off of it the most. There was a story put out a long time ago about this dude who was buying Ferraris and Lambos and plots of land off the backs of people who were getting housing vouchers. Actually, whenever I was in the mood to look around, to move and shit like that, you would see most of the renters today, they are seeking out people who get housing assistance, people who are on government assistance, because they know that check is guaranteed. So there is profit in poverty. There are a lot of people that take advantage of this shit. So the same white people screaming, send us back, and, talking all this shit, and they don't want to do nothing with black people, you sure profit off of us. You sure profit off the same projects and ghettos, especially when y'all running up in these poor-ass neighborhoods, buying up all the land for real cheap, trying to fucking psych all these old black people up out of their property in their land so that you can gentrify the neighborhood and put a tax increase on that bitch and charge double, triple rent in these broken areas that y'all want to talk shit about. Hello, God. These disgusting areas that are crime-ridden. But you want to buy into it. You want to invest. You want that property. You want that ghetto-ass land. That's what you want. Ooh, girl, y'all got to get out of my way, girl. Seriously. Telling you, girl. We gonna wake up one day, girl, from this dream that we've been in, and they ain't gonna like it. And this generation ain't going for none of that shit. I'm seeing a lot of younger people getting involved in the political process. A lot of young people. I think, who was it? A couple years ago, I think somewhere in Florida was like the youngest female black judge ever to sit on the bench. I forget. We had another young little white girl. She's like 18, 19. She became like a representative. Shout out to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, also known as AOC, who started the trend of being one of the youngest people to sit in a powerful seat. I believe she's a representative from New York. And honey, the girls hate her because she speaks truth to power, and she don't play with none of these old, decrepit white men trying to come up with all these excuses for why they're corrupt as fuck. Let me tell you this too. White people of white supremacy, hello God, there's many levels to it, and white supremacy is the top, and it's the beginning of everything, right? And it ends with everything. Y'all don't like when a mirror is placed in front of you, especially on the world stage. You have another old white man who is all against gays and LGBT, but you out here liking posts of this young white LGBT member. Heart emojis. You have another senator who was all for, abortions, girl. But he wasn't for abortions. He was really hard on that. Banning abortions. But come to find out, girl, that you had your wife had 2 abortions. You also had your mistress, I believe. Don't get me wrong on that. Damn, he fine as hell. You forced her to get an abortion. So the hypocrisy stands. Drag all of these people to the middle of the street and flog them, beat them, get them the fuck up out of here. Because like I'm going to say, and I'm going to continue to say, it is a new day in the world. And I want to leave y'all with this little tidbit. I was watching this video, and it's backed up by proof. The other world powers, the other countries that have always truly been against America, but have had no choice but to bend the knee because of their fear of our military might, okay? Saudi Arabia has backed out of America on every level. They have signed a deal with China. Girl, China's out here making deals with Africa, Russia, Brazil. They're getting their things and they're getting their table aligned. This is strategic. This has been happening. No one's talking about this, but Saudi Arabia is the major importer, exporter, whatever, of oil in the world. They are no longer going to be dealing with America and accepting American currency. We already talked about the death of the dollar. That is upon us. Once China secures all of these deals, once Russia secures all of these deals, America will be left in the cold. And like I said in that live, we will have no choice but to lift this government up and throw it in the trash and take control of it ourselves. America's already trying to introduce a digital currency. They've already laid waste to their competitors. As I told you in the live too, they, in my opinion, the creator of Cash App, he was stabbed. I believe that was a covert op. A bunch of Bitcoin CEOs, a bunch of, they just did a whole investigation. A bunch of celebrities will now be going to jail too, girl. And it's going to be a mess because they've had their hand in the pot as well. There's a bunch of things happening behind the scenes, and there's a lot of smoke and mirrors happening to keep your eyes off of the truth. Gas is already slowly creeping back up. It's $3.60, $3.70. I've seen $4.17 here in Florida again. Saudi Arabia backing out of all of our shit and even laughed at America. Girl, we tired of y'all. This is about to become, girl, a big problem for the way that we all live our lives. How we get paid, when we get paid, how much we get paid, what we can spend our money on. Products, girl, food, all kinds of shit. Shopping, shoes, clothes, housing, transportation. Things are about to get a lot harder for Americans. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm not mad at the rest of the world saying, girl, we are tired of this American imperialism kind of vibe that we're always getting. There are over 700 plus military bases around the world. We are the only ones who have that much. The grandiosity of it all. The narcissism, the power, hungry, American, girl, wow. I'm not mad at these people for being upset with us. We've occupied their nations. We've occupied their cities. We are out here forcing them to bend the fucking knee at every turn. If you don't trade with us in American dollars, we will kill you. What do you think happened to Gaddafi? He was really murdered. It was sanctioned by America because he wanted to do away with the American dollar. He was no longer going to be dealing oil in American money. He wanted to go to gold. But America dropped their gold a long fucking time ago to match up with the dollar. I mean, to reinstate, to do something with the, you know what I'm talking about, girl, shit. At the end of the day, America's self-loathing, this superiority complex, this frantic need to be number one, to be the superpower, the global power of the world, which spews white supremacy, girl. This the loftiness of it all, right? The arrogance. And due to our arrogance, we will be left in the cold with no allies and with nothing. What do we do when money can't even get us anything? And then we're $33 trillion in debt. We'll be crippled by that alone, especially if no one is honoring American currency. Because our debt is in our own currency. How do you pay back something that doesn't exist anymore? Girl, please. Anyway, let me get in here and work out, girl. That's just a bunch of food for thought, girl. That's breakfast, lunch, dinner, a dessert, and a snack, bitch. Okay? Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things, engage in the platform. Remember that health is wealth, girl, and be blessed and never stressed. All right, bye.